Hey guys, welcome to Boxing Squared for boxing news and views from around the internet. Tyson Fury has come out publicly calling out Dillian Whyte, saying he does want to fight him, says he will knock him out in 6 rounds, and even though he said just a few days ago that he wouldn't be dictated to, he wouldn't be adverse to the WBC, who's been fair to him over the years, as he says, ordering a fight between him and Whyte if a diamond belt was on the line. And a diamond belt, for context, is kind of like an honorary championship. It's put on the line when there's a significant fight involving 2 significant fighters. So this could meet the criteria. Given the state of the heavyweight division today, there's not too many fighters within the top 10 jumping in the ring too often, and this would certainly count as a significant fight in the heavyweight division. But I'll cut to Tyson Fury's clip that he posted on social media, and then on to a few thoughts, including Dillian Whyte's immediate response.
Hi, this is Tyson Fury, aka the Gypsy King. I just want to say a special message to the WBC, who supported me in my comeback and been very fair with me over the years. Hi Pepe, hi Mauricio. I recently saw your quote about fighting for the interim title against Dillian Whyte, and I'm very thankful for the opportunity. But what I suggest is, because I beat Deontay Wilder, and we all know what happened, I didn't get the decision, but I still won, and the world knows. I propose that we make me and Dillian Whyte for the WBC diamond belt and not the interim belt. And I'll take care of Dillian Whyte and I'll knock him out within 6 rounds. I accept the challenge. Thank you very much. I'll fight Dillian Whyte every day of the week and twice on a Sunday, WBC. Make it for the diamond belt, not the interim version, and you got a deal. Let's get it on!
There you have it. Tyson Fury, he wants that work from Dillian Whyte, and it's a bit of a contrast from the other day. And Fury never said he didn't want to fight Whyte. He effectively said the WBC hasn't really been fair to Whyte, and it should just make him the mandatory challenger, which, you know, if there was a diamond belt on the line, for example, that doesn't preclude the WBC doing something. But of course, if Dillian Whyte lost to Tyson Fury, for example, well, the shot at a mandatory would be gone. But it's a very interesting fight, and Dillian Whyte had said the other day, yep, I'm the can man, I will fight you, even though I'm still pushing to be the WBC mandatory after I beat Oscar Rivas. This is what Whyte was saying. I'm still open to fighting you, and he kind of has to say that to some extent, because you don't want to turn around and go, nah, I'm not really interested in fighting you. But it's an interesting fight, and he is saying he does want it. And you can see here on screen his immediate response. He's reposted the clip from Tyson Fury, Dillian Whyte saying, let's do it then at Gypsy King 101, at WBC Boxing, at WBC Morrow. That's Mauricio Suleiman, the WBC president. I'd fight you anytime, anywhere, 7 days a week, and 5 times on a Sunday. I look forward to putting you to sleep. Hashtag let's go baby. So Dillian Whyte is very interested in a Tyson Fury fight, and that's something that he's been calling for a number of months now. The best part of a year. There was a point, when was it? Maybe 6 months ago, when he came out when Tyson Fury was trash talking him, and he revealed that he dropped Fury multiple times in sparring. I think he said, was it 5 or 7 times, or it was multiple times in sparring, and Fury never actually came back and denied it. It's sort of at that point the trash talk sort of stopped, but he had been saying that he'd make easy work of Whyte, and that was Whyte's response, saying, you know, look, we sparred and I dropped you a number of times with body shots. And I think there would be a lot of interest in this sort of fight, and could it actually happen? I think it could. If Dillian Whyte can get past Oscar Rivas and Tyson Fury can get past Tom Schwartz, and that's definitely the easier fight of the two. Whyte's fight is actually, it's a relatively tough one, because Oscar Rivas does have good pedigree, so there's no guarantees that Whyte gets through that. He has, after all, shown some vulnerability in some of his recent fights where, you know, obviously he's ultimately got the job done, but sometimes it's been hard work getting the result. So who knows if he can get through that, but if he could get through that, I think that could make it. Dillian Whyte is on a fight-by-fight deal with Matchroom, So who knows, he could actually go and take this fight with Tyson Fury, and more likely it would have to be in the United States, even though it would make more sense to do it in the United Kingdom. Fury is contracted to do a couple of fights a year in the US under his co-promotional deal with ESPN and Top Rank, although maybe having said it would have to be in the US, maybe if he does actually fight 3 times this year, Tyson Fury, for example, you could actually have his second fight after Tom Schwartz, maybe in September or something in the States, and then maybe do something at the back end of the year against Dillian Whyte in the UK. That could work. I mean, it's, you could do that at the O2, you could do it at the Manchester Arena, maybe you could even do it at a bigger venue, but I think, there is some scope for this fight to actually work, and fans would want to see this happen because Tyson Fury, regarded within the top 5, generally regarded in the top 3, and Dillian Whyte, he thinks he's top 3, but most regard him somewhere in or around the top 5. Dillian Whyte says he is firmly at least number 4, but he believes he should be regarded as top 3 and not Tyson Fury, and fans will certainly debate that one, and I think many would agree that at this moment in time, Fury's stock in terms of where he should be rated in the division, maybe just a smidge higher than Dillian Whyte. And some of that comes down to Fury's previous performances, like against the likes of a Deontay Wilder, but also you can't take away that win against Vladimir Klitschko. But it is a very tasty fight, and obviously with Whyte having some confidence from sparring, he would back himself to win. And Tyson Fury, and if he was in full flight, using his movement, his height and reach, he could make it very tough for Dillian Whyte to actually close the distance and sort of land too often on him. Be a very hard fight to call, but I think many would favour Tyson Fury to take that if he is truly back and gets to peak physical condition. And we just don't know, because, I mean, many expected Fury to not look 100% against Deontay Wilder, and we sort of knew that going into that there was the chance for that, but he came better than advertised. But was he at his peak then? I don't think so. And will we ever see that? Well, we'll get another indication in the Tom Schwartz fight. But if they were to make a fight between Tyson Fury and Dillian Whyte, that would make heavyweight fans very, very happy. And Whyte says he wants it, and Fury says he wants it, but that's the thing. I mean, it could just be all talk and amount to nothing, because that is kind of what happens most of the time these days within the division. But it is promising to some extent, and I like the thinking about the possibility of a fight between the two. But I guess the whole thing is, in some ways as well, that gets away from Whyte wanting to have his fight with Deontay Wilder if he's made the mandatory. Obviously, he'd be putting his status within the division as the number 1 contender, this silver belt holder, all that sort of stuff at risk. And that's at risk every time he fights. And it's boxing. There's no guarantees he beats Rivas. There's no guarantees he would be able to get through to fight Tyson Fury. But even if he did, there's no guarantees he would win. But after all, it would be a big money fight, and that would be the sort of fight, if they could market it right, have it in the right place, I think that could do pretty decent numbers. But what do you make of it all? Drop a comment, loud and often. Hit like, hit subscribe, follow me on Twitter, boxing_squared. I'm out.